Hey, welcome to Planet Hex. I'm Andrew Horn. This is a show where I talk about a lot of VHS culture, a lot of VHS tapes, cult films, music, movies, the writing life, comics, and action figures and stuff like that. It's been a while since I talked about one of my main passions, which is metal. I am a complete metalhead. I'm proud of that fact. I have been for 36 years now, and it's not a phase. It's really not a phase, I promise you that. So I wanted to take a look at eBay and check out what's going on with what's available out there with heavy metal themed VHS tapes. Now how is that? How niche is that? There's a niche video for you. But before I do, I've got some of my favourites here to show you. So one of the things I would get by with before the internet, back in the 90s, back in the day, was magazine videos like Hard and Heavy. Not perfect. There were a lot of these about, like Metal Excess, Metalhead, Hard and Heavy. What else was there? There was a bunch of different series of these metal magazines, but they were like a lifeline for this for my scene and my crowd. So they were very, very precious things. Those. Where's that copy of Metalhead? Yeah, some of them weren't as great, but this is a great one. It's Metalhead Volume 2. It's got Steve Vai on it, who I've met. He's a lovely, lovely guy. I met him when I was 17. It's got Slaughter in it. It's got Poison, but it has. Let's see if you can see at the top there. It's got Doro Pesh in it. I was a massive Doro fan at the time. Still am. She's still got the voice. She's still got all that quality. Another favourite from another band of that era, which another band I've met as a teenager, is Skid Row. It says, "Oh Say Can You Scream." This is a bloody long tape. Not all metal tapes are very long. Some of them are just like promo videos, so some of them are like 25 minutes long, half an hour, but some of them are like full concerts. This is a mixture of all sorts. So this is 1 hour 40 minutes, and that's really long for one of these metal tapes. It's a really good one as well, because there's a load of like bootleg stuff on there as well. It's really interesting. One very much of its time, Wasp, live at the Lyceum, London, and I love Wasp. And one of my favourite early bands I got into, mainly because the stuff was cheap. One of my first vinyl records was the Wasp debut album, and it's still one of my favourites to this day. You know, with stuff like I Want to Be Somebody and Hellion, School Days, things like that. Sleeping in the Fire, which used to freak me out. And then I've got these two that are sort of my joint favourites at the top, both Maiden tapes. So we've got Live After Death and Made in England. So Live After Death from like 84, I think it was. Was it 84? I forget, because I'm very old. 85 it says there. And this one was 88, because this was on the Seventh Son of the Seventh Son tour, so there's a lot of songs from that album on there. I love this stuff, and these are real time capsules of a scene rather than just, the way movies are made. So I'm going to go and take a look at some of these over on eBay and see what's going on here with what's available, and see how short some of them are maybe. So this first one I see here, VHS Heavy Metal Tapes, see pics. I'm interested there. Motorhead, Megadeth, from Countdown to Extinction era, and Motley Crue. Countdown to Extinction is my favourite Megadeth era. Okay, so there's Hard and Heavy there. So £15 they're asking for a copy of Hard and Heavy. I get it that these things go up and down, Wow, that's a weird bunch. That looks like there's one English tape now. A lot of those are NTSC, so let's take a look at that. Oh man! Hard and Heavy volumes 1 to 13 for 40 quid. See, there's someone there asking £14.95 for one edition of it, and there's someone there 13 editions. Oh man, that's tempting. I'm gonna watch that, because that is so cool. Oh, it's gonna ask me to sign in, and there's my email address. I'll have to blur that out later. I'll open that up anyway and have a look at that later. Heavy Metal Video Bundle VHS Iron Maiden, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Bon Jovi. There's a bunch of different ones there. I see some Drilling the Vein videos there as well. That's very, very much of the era. Another one, $14.99 for a copy of Hard and Heavy again. But then you've got that same tape in this batch for $8.99, which also has Van Halen, Right Here, Right Now, another copy of Made in England, and a Led Zeppelin tape, Protect the Innocent. That seemed to be everywhere for a while. The Maiden there. Maiden Donington 92. I've forgotten that actually came out. It was the Donington 92 show from Iron Maiden was the show where I sat down with the tape recorder and recorded the entire thing. I was in that room for a day recording every band that was on that day, and man, those tapes were amazing. Heavy Metal Massacre, that is an SOV horror movie. Oh yeah, it's from the States, so that makes sense. 12 Wasted Years. There's lots of Maiden. Yeah, I figured S&M would show the Metallica one. 4 Kerrang tapes, that could be good if they've got the animations of like Pandora Peroxide stuff on there. £30 for First Blood Last Visions by Wasp, which has got a bunch of the animations, the music videos from throughout their career, up to about Crimson Idol, I think. Something. See, this is great because there's a bunch of people putting. That's not a bad price, £4.88 for Hard and Heavy, and same with that one that's 13 for 40 quid. That's a really good value, and this is good here. Volumes 1 to 5 for £13.19. That is not a bad price again. But when you're asking £15 for a single tape, that is a bit up there for me anyway. Saxon, blimey, that was a pre-cert Saxon one, that one. Some of those Metal Hammer ones. So there's 2 Metal Hammer tapes, a Hard and Heavy, and Moscow Music. Oh, the big Moscow show with Bon Jovi, Cinderella, and Skid Row on it. Awesome. Breaking Metal VHS compilation UK. No certificate on the front of it. Rock Hard Volume 3. There's quite a lot here. These are impressive. Oh, what's that one? Underground USA. Heavy Metal Underground. Sessions for Hearing Aids. Some of these are in the States, some of these will be NTSC. So if you do buy NTSC tapes, make sure you have a multi-region player that can play these tapes. There's another Heavy Metal Underground there. Let's check that out as well. Judas Priest Live. So it's nice to see that there's a variety, and that a lot of them are not at stupid prices. The prices of these Hard and Heavy ones are all over the place though. The Vixen revved up video. I loved Vixen, unashamedly. Right, let's see what I've got open here. These are cool. So this Motorhead one, oh, so that's a live show, live in Toronto. And we've got Megadeth, the Exposure of a Dream collection, and Motley Crue Uncensored. Let's have a look at the back of these. So the Motorhead one is a full show. Awesome. That one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 music videos on it. That's not going to be very long, but that is pretty cool still. That's 44.5 minutes, the Motley Crue one, so it's songs and clips and stuff. That's not bad. That's not a bad batch for £9.04, I must say. So let's have a look on the back of this Hard and Heavy. Okay, this is expensive, as I would say now, because there's all those other ones. There's my email address again. I have to block that out as well now. I have to do this sometimes. If you watch my videos and you see something randomly appear, it's because my email address has popped up in it. Great. So yeah, Hard and Heavy. They were good looking tapes. They were well made. They weren't always the best content, but they were definitely an important thing to a lot of fans like myself. And they were split up with like animations and stuff that were very rock and roll. Yeah, that's cool. But I would definitely go more for something like the big batch of them. All right, let's see what this one is here. Oh, it's 12 USA and Japan NTSC videos. £100. Is this in the UK? It looks like it's in the UK. What do we got here? Someone live in Vakken. Agent Steel, not one you see around here. Metal Blade Records video Meltdown, Declaration of Independence, Iron Maiden from There to Here to Eternity, an Armored Saint one, Family Values, Master Volume Project, I don't know what that is. And some Japanese tapes. There's an Alcatraz tape there for £100. That's a lot of rarities. That is a lot of rarities that you're not going to find all over the place. Can't complain at that price, to be honest. It's a lot of money, but that is not a bad batch at all. This one is so exciting. Look at that, 13 in a row. I could have the best few nights just watching every single one in order. It's not payday yet though. I'm going to watch that, but yeah, it's not payday yet. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Those are superb. That is so cool. I've had several of these throughout the years and sold some off. Preview copy. Vol 5 is a preview copy. Awesome. There's a time code on it. That's even cooler. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on that one. But those covers, they just take me back. They do the nostalgia thing for me. Let's have a look at this one. This video bundle. Okay, we've got AC/DC No Bull. That's a decent one. An Aerosmith collection. Bon Jovi Slippery When Wet, the videos, I had that. That was about 25 minutes long, but it's a great video. Keep the Faith, same again. The Def Leppard Video Archive had loads of stuff on it. That was like a feature-length one. So Live of Death again. Guns N' Roses. Dismal Euphony. That's not one you see a lot. I've forgotten they existed, to be honest. There's 2 on 1 tape there with Def Leppard, Historia, and In the Round in Your Face. That's a cracking double bill there. Not a fan of Led Zeppelin. Cunning Stunts from Metallica, whatever. Queen, We Will Rock You. Soundgarden, Motivation. Why is there a Tom Green tape there? Well, just why was there? Clockwork Orange, fair enough. Nuclear Blast Festivals, Drilling in the Vein from Roadrunner Records. 3 volumes of Drilling in the Vein. 2151 for those. That is not bad at all. That is cool. That is a lot of viewing for not much coin. Recommended. This next one, what have I got here? It's another Hard and Heavy. I just wanted to have a look at the covers on these, really. Yep, Steve Vai, David Coverdale, Aerosmith on the front. There's Danny Bowes. That's cool. Met Danny Bowes, met Thunder a few times. They're really lovely. Spike and the Choir Boys. What else is on this? Monster Rock Specials. Whitesnake, Aerosmith, Poison, Choir Boys, Thunder. As well as AC/DC, Ozzy, Megadeth, Living Colour, Striper. I don't mind Striper. I don't agree with the religious aspects of them, but they don't make bad music. Jane's Addiction, Queensryche, Anthrax, and Vixen. And this is just awesome. I love these. I love these dearly. Right, on this next batch. Oh, that's the one with the... We've seen those, yes. So again, $8.99, not a bad price at all. Protect the Innocent was a compilation that seemed to be everywhere in a lot of like discount stores for a long time in the early 90s. But here, look at this. 12 metal monsters. And they've got on the front Kingdom Come, Tiger Tales, Dogs D'Amour, and Wrathchild. None of whom are metal. Let's have a look on the back who else was on there. So we've got Kingdom Come, Cinderella, Magnum, Zodiac, Mind Warp, and Love Reaction, Tiger Tales, Saxon. So they've got one there. Shout, Fat Man, Toxic. Oh, and sorry, Mammoth, Exodus. So there's 1, 2, Dogs D'Amour, Wrathchild, Nuclear Assault. So there's 3 metal bands on there. Fair enough. These are curious. I think I had one of these, but the tape was knackered. I think so. But these are an interesting batch. Oh, there's only one photo. That is a shame. Oh, I did have this one. What's that going for? Yeah, I had this one. I bought this one for like £2 because it had a live Warlock song on it. Yeah, going back to the Doro Pesh thing there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tracks, but nice collectible and really raw live recordings. Those ones really, really raw. Another Hard and Heavy. Loved those tapes. They're so fun. Okay, Rock Hair Metal Job Lot. So we've got Metal Hammer, Volume 1 and 2. Oh, another Hard and Heavy in those. Let's have a look at those Metal Hammer tapes. I'm going to see what's in the back of those. The first real video magazine for the world's most popular hard rock magazine, Metal Hammer. Okay, how long was that? Can't really see how long those were. But judging by the amount of stuff on them, that looks like there's a fair bit of footage on those. That's an interesting pair of tapes. Those are worth getting, but that is a high price for them. Breaking Metal, what's on this? If I can, Jesus, blurry text apparently. Some blah. That's who's on that one. Oh well. So, Heavy Metal Underground. Whoops, I closed that one. I've still got this one open. Heavy Metal Underground USA, Volume 3. What's on this beast? I love that crazy artwork. So we've got Triangle, Still Sane, Pierce. Do I know any of these? Biohazard, is that the Biohazard? Annihilator, hell yeah. King Diamond, Awesome Garden, Hullabaloo, and someone called Pygmy Love Circus. So some of those go right over my head, so I don't know all those. But lastly here, I've got Vixen. The big hair, the big voice, the big choruses. Vixen were great. They were like the perfect rock band. Yes, there was a lot of focus on their looks, but I really liked their albums, and Rev It Up was a cracking album. That's only six songs on that, so it's only going to be like half an hour long. That's a shame, that one. But oh well. It's nice to see these things are available, and it's nice to see them not going for ridiculous prices. There's quite a variety of prices, so as ever, check what you're getting. If you find something you really like, check other sellers. They might have it in a better condition, or it might be cheaper. Do always check those out. But it's nice to see these are really well available. That's nice. I may expand my collection a little bit, possibly starting with that batch of hardened heavies if it lasts beyond payday. We shall have to see. Please do check out the rest of my videos on this channel. I do a lot of VHS hunting. It's not always about metal, usually it's about horror movies. Do check that out if you like that sort of thing, and also check out my books, VHS Ain't My Brain and VHS Ain't My Brain 2, The Revenge, or the VHS Ain't My Brain podcast. You might as well get the set there. I do have a load of other books out, but those are the ones that people seem to like the most, so check those out if you would like to. That would be lovely. And I'm Andrew Horn, and I will check you out. Done it again. I will see you again very soon on the next episode of Planet Hex.